Criminal case number 93 of 2015. Republic versus Ruth Wanjiku Kamande. Offense of murder. Ruth Kamande was sentenced to death by the High Court of Kenya after she was found guilty of fatally stabbing her boyfriend with a knife 25 times. In another incident in Kitengela, man brutally stabs his female colleague to death in what was believed to be love gone sour. And lastly, a woman in her 20s stabs a 2-year-old daughter multiple times, causing the death of the minor. Now, this brings us to our first video of the offense of murder. What does the law say about murder and how do we prove the charge of murder before the Honorable Court? Welcome everyone. This is Law Redefined. I'm your host Wakili Ben. Let's begin. Section 203, as read together with Section 204 of the Penal Code, defines murder as the unlawful causing of death of another person through an act of commission or omission with malice aforethought. And for the prosecution to secure a conviction on a charge of murder, it has to prove these three main ingredients against an accused person. This was established in the case of Anthony versus Republic. Number one, death of the deceased occurred. You need to put to the court that there is an actual death. Someone actually died. This may be done through use of post-mortem report or even the prosecution witnesses. Number two, that it's the accused person who committed the unlawful act which caused the death of the deceased person. And three, the accused had malice aforethought. All these three ingredients in legal terms constitute what we call the Actus Reus and the mens rea. And in this video, we'll begin with the first element of an offense, which is the Actus Reus. Actus Reus basically is the guilty act of commission or omission. And in this case scenario, where the deceased was stabbed using a knife, the Actus Reus involved the act of stabbing the victim using a knife, resulting to their death. Now, while proving the Actus Reus, the prosecution will need to establish the following. 1. Cause of death. The prosecution will need to prove that the accused action of stabbing the victim is the actual cause of the deceased death. In other words, you are trying to place the accused person at the scene of crime and negating the possible defense of alibi and mistaken identity. 2. The act must be unlawful. In trying to establish the Actus Reus, the prosecution will need to actually prove that the act of commission or omission itself is unlawful and not justifiable. Why do they need to do this? This is done for the purpose of bringing out the absence of possible defense of self-defense by the accused person. If the prosecution is able to prove all this, then they shall have established the first element of the offense of murder, which is the Actus Reus. And this being as the second element of the second part of the offense of murder, which is the mens rea. See you guys then.